are the knights of the appropriately shaped table.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of the day you're listening to this. This is another episode of the Knights of the Appropriately Shaped Table. I am your DM, your dungeon, Mike. And last episode, our adventurers came together in the Fireball Tavern. They met each other for the first time and embarked on a life-changing journey. Man, lots of character development, lots of things to get into. But I want to check in with the characters, see how we're doing, see how we're feeling, and see what is going on in their minds. So we'll start off with Uvacadoo, played by Jake. Tell me, how is Uvacadoo feeling right now?
Uvacadoo is a little unsure of both Nikki, and Ike, simply because Uvacadoo recognizes the charisma that Nikki has and has a respect for it, but also is kind of worried it could get us into trouble, especially with his attitude being very much go with the flow. And his view on Ike is like, we really haven't seen Ike outside of battle. That's like my whole experience with him. So like I've seen him as a bouncer kicking people out of a bar and then smashing a guy with a warhammer. So it's a timid respect with him where it's like this guy could really mess me up, but also I'm really glad he's on my team. And I just want to do as much as I can to not piss him off.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. Are you dealing with any like combat fatigue, stress, or it's just this is another day in the life of Uvacadoo?
No, he's chilling. This is what he's very used to this lifestyle. And he also has a rat that's just been hanging out in his pocket. So
Yeah.
he's happy as a clam.
Perfect. Happy as a rat in a pocket.
Also true.
Next up, we have Nick L. Bach, played by Amelia. Amelia, tell me about what is going through Nikki's mind. He just recruited these two lovely adventurers who you wouldn't really look to them as adventurers. You got a bouncer and a dancer, and now they are your left and right hand men in combat.
Nikki is feeling very confident, but also anxious to do a good job because he's got people to impress. So he wants to do it right. He has never been on an adventure, so this is new for him, but he's feeling good and is ready to get it done, get the job done.
Let's get her done. And speaking of getting her done, we have Ike Hand-Me-Down Bumheart, played by Isaac. Isaac, is he just fired up to be out of the bar and out of Quadonia for the first little bit, or has he traveled a lot?
Bumheart has not traveled a lot. He's very excited to be adventuring right now. He's a little bit weary of Uvacadoo, just on how easily he was ready to kill those goblins in the cave. No, that's not very heroic. That's not
Okay.
heroic.
You say he's more of like he's looking to do the right thing always. It's that pocketbook full of like
heroic
memoirs.
stuff.
Yeah, it's gotten to him.
He's got to embody what he grew up with. He's super pumped on Nickelback. Something about them giving him the first adventure, making him feel real good. The little rat he has that Uvacadoo has in his pocket, Ike is like 50% sure that's another party member. He's not really sure yet. He saw Uvacadoo turn into a raccoon, and he's not really sure where everyone's at on that, but he's just happy to be here.
Just wait until Uvacadoo turns into a rat, and then you got to try. I'm gonna mess with you and try and have you guess which one's me.
Oh, that'll be tragic.
We'll do a whole episode where it's just Nick putting two rats behind his back, pulling them out and saying, "All right, Ike, which one is it?" I'm sure that'll be great for the audio only listeners. But so last we saw, you guys tied up some goblins. You looted all of their stuff. You got the armor of resistance, and you enter a room with an obsidian floor full of pressure plates. Adventurers, what do you do?
So we're just in a room, and we had a good perception roll, right? So we know that the floor is
You can see that it's riddled with pressure plates, but you can't quite tell what they would do or specifically which ones there are, but you can tell there's more in the front and more in the back. In the middle, it looks relatively clear.
In the middle. Okay. All right, boys. What do you say we toss something in there, see what it does?
I'm very down.
We got this questionable beef jerky we could throw. I feel like it's like 10 pounds of jerky. It's a lot of food, but also I don't really eat meat like that. So what do you guys think?
Throw it.
All right, Uvacadoo throws the sack of dried meats onto one of the pressure plates.
Okay. With that, you hear a squelching sound erupt from the ceiling, and you see little tubes of gel fall from the sky. And as it begins to fall in the sky, it all begins to take form into one giant gelatinous cube that hits the ground with a big old bounce. And it bounces and bounces and bounces until it finally settles like a basketball dribbling against the pavement. And we'll start off strong. Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh man.
Oh man.
We could have avoided it.
That was not the way to do that, but here we are.
Man, I keep rolling well for initiative. I'm 22.
Jesus.
16.
Also 16.
All right. It goes Nick, then we'll say Uvacadoo with his raccoon wits gets to go next. And then Hammy, and then the cube. So Nick, what would you like to do?
Nick is going to so I have a quick question. So it came from like tubes from the ceiling?
Yep.
Okay. And is there like anything on the floor, like any holes on the floor, or is it just like a floor? Okay, dang
It
it.
is a flat obsidian floor.
Okay. Nikki is just gonna shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Yeah, why not?
17 to hit.
That will hit.
And piercing damage for 6.
For 6 piercing damage. That will also hit. So you see let me take a note of this. Boop. You said you fire a crossbow?
Yes.
It just enters the cube and it slowly hits and slides through, and you see it kind of go in slow motion, but it goes all the way through it. And you see the cube does not fill in the hole that it was just made. And it just kind of like wiggles and makes the cool, like when you bend metal, that sound like wiggle, 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 like it does that for a little bit.
And it doesn't look injured at all.
You hit it, and there's a hole where your crossbow bolt was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uvacadoo?
That's a great question. How far away is it from us?
About 20 feet.
About 20 feet.
Yep.
I'm just going to try and take a chunk out of it with my scimitar.
Okay. Like up, down, left, right?
Up, down. I'm going to like gash for one of the corners.
Okay.
$16.
That'll hit. So how much damage you do?
5 slashing damage.
Heck yes. All right. So you slice this thing. You actually slice the corner off of the cube, and then you see a little piece of it. So it's like a sliver, and it falls off. And then you see it begin to bounce and form, and it forms a little smaller cube that looks much cuter. But that cube then comes to life and is at the bottom of the order. Cube small. And now you have 2 cubes right in front of you. And what do you say?
Well, that didn't work like I thought it was going to.
Oh, look what you've done now.
Listen. I was trying to help. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it's all right. We carry on.
All right, Ike, you just watched him.
No panic in his voice, by the way, whatsoever. Like, just completely unfazed.
You watched him cut a little piece of the cube off and the cube come to life.
So Ike saw what happened and something clicks, and he's like, "That my hammer probably won't do a lot in this situation." Can I talk to the party members during my turn?
That's encouraged.
And okay, I'm going to look to Uvacadoo and Nickelback and go, should we try the other ones right now? Like the other pressure plates closer to us?
What if it spawns another whatever this is?
I'd say it's 50-50.
Yeah, what if it cancels out?
Why not?
That is
Okay.
a valid point you do make.
I would say with the perception roll you got before, you can tell that there's a pressure plate to the left and one to the right.
Okay.
Which one did we hit already? Does it matter?
You hit the one directly in the center.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Why
is such
am
a bad idea.
Ike, let's say Ike is still dragging his little chainmail armor. He's going to just toss it onto, he's going to step away from it and then toss it onto the pressure plate to his left, I guess.
I love that. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Do I have to make a
okay.
roll?
No, you. Yeah, give me an athletics roll.
All right.
Because that's the right way to do it. But I want you to hit this.
Ike hit Mr. Hand-Me-Down hit a 13, and he's thinking, you know what? This is probably the answer.
Okay, so as you do a 13, it kind of like hits in front of it and it slides and it like pushes down the plate for a second. But as it does that, you see and hear the walls shake and crumble, and then they begin to close in on you like the trash compactor in Star Wars, and they are very slowly beginning to work their way in. A steel wall falls behind you, and now there is no way to exit behind you. The walls are slowly caving in, and everyone give me a perception roll real quick.
19.
God,
14. No,
I'm
sorry.
just getting lucky. It was good rolls.
15.
My perception's only +1.
Okay, you're just absolutely ruining the fun. But you notice that with a 19 that the walls are closing in, and if you don't get across this obsidian floor in 10 turns, you will die. All right, and now it is the big cube's turn, and the big cube turns at Ike after just throwing something, and the cube doesn't know any better. It thinks you just launched a trap at it, and it puts a little bit of itself out. You see it begin to form and shape, and a little sphere comes out, and then you see a little bit of a push, and it goes like a hammer, and it just smacks it right into you, Ike, and the slime ball begins to bounce towards you, and it needs you to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Where's my dex? Where? Oh, there it is. I got a 15.
Okay, you succeed on the throw, so you dive out of the way. I'll say you dive forward towards the slime. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, let's say I dive towards it.
Okay, you slide underneath it like a baseball player sliding into plate, and now you don't take any damage, but then you notice the ground behind you sizzle as acid begins to eat away at the obsidian plate, revealing a bare white floor underneath it. And then it turns, and it looks at you, Nick, and all of a sudden you see a ball beginning to form out of it as well as it begins to launch the same exact attack. And roll a dex save.
Ah, man. All right. Dex saving throw.
Yep.
7 + 4, so
Ooh.
11.
Yep. You are taking that slime to the chest, phrasing.
Oof.
And it hits you, and you take. Ooh, that's. How much health do you have?
21.
reason.
21.
You take 6 damage as your skin begins to get really hot and itchy, and you can feel the acid beginning to set in, and you begin to jump around and shake and try and get the acid off.
Ouch.
Yep. And then you see the small little cube form a little bit of a spear and it begins to launch itself at you, Uvacadoo. Give me another dex save.
2.
Oh, that's gonna hit. So the cube, it embeds itself in your quad, and it does 6 damage to you as well. And the cube, you see it, it hits your skin, and the material that it was made out of sizzles as it runs down your leg, and you feel a scalding burn as it works its way down. But the cube itself seems to have gone away. It took all of its material to attack you. So we are back up to the top of the order, and there are 9 turns left to live. Nick, your turn.
Whoa. Okay. Am I okay? Am I like standing and good after getting
Yeah,
smacked
you're
in
just
the face
you
in
just
the chest with gel?
you just danced a little bit to get the acid off.
All right. I turn to my party and I say, let's make like jelly donuts and roll out. And then I start sprinting.
So do you just try to
get
like
around,
so
just try
you
to get
like
around him and go
dash
out the
around?
exit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. With a dash action, I'll say that you get halfway across the room.
Like,
But you are around the cube.
Can I get past him? Like,
Yeah,
is he,
you're past the cube and halfway around the room.
Love it. Cool.
Okay. That's your whole turn because dashing.
Actually, I'm gonna I look back and I finger guns at Hammy, so he also has a bardic inspiration.
Okay. And Uvacadoo, you have about 2 minutes left of your bardic inspiration from last turn, and it is Uvacadoo's turn. You have a little bit of gelatin running down your calf. It stings like a jellyfish sting, and a giant cube in front of you.
I'm going to recognize that Nikki is probably making the right call here, so I also want to dash and get as far to the other side of the room as possible.
Okay. If you do that, it is going to get an attack of opportunity. Are you prepared for that?
Of course.
Okay. It gets a 19 to hit. I'm going to say that's going to do it.
Yeah.
So it, as you try to run around it, sticks out a little like portion of itself and smacks you. And it does. Oh, no, I don't want to kill you yet. It only does 2 damage. But another sizzle comes across your back as it smacks you as you move past, kind of like a football, like a good game on the butt.
Perfect. And then for my bonus action, can I use my second phase step to get towards the end of the room?
Yeah, you'll get to, I think that'll be 3/4 of the way.
Perfect. I'm going to do that.
Okay. Burning both of the phase steps early. I like it. We are 20 minutes into episode 2. You're out of phase steps.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, I didn't see this before. Am I within 10 feet of the cube or the mini cube?
You were within 10 feet of the cube, yeah. It smacked you on the butt.
I should have done my actions in a different order then, but it's fine.
All right. Well, too late now. Now we got Ike with no magical powers on the wrong side of the cube.
All right. Ike is going to... How close are the walls to me now? Can I, like, get to one side without him getting me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to use all of my, like, distance to get around the cube and behind, like, past him without getting a attack opportunity.
You could get right next to Nick, about halfway across the room.
All right, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take a. What should I do? Actually, for now, I'm gonna get past next to Nick, and I'm gonna stand between. Well, is Uvacadoo behind?
Yeah, Uvacadoo is further in the room.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand between Nick and the slime for now.
Okay. Brave adventuring hero.
Yeah, I gotta live up to the stories.
Heck yeah. You guys see this cube move in what is already an extremely unnatural way for a cube to move. And it kind of flattens itself and then expands rapidly as it jumps almost to the ceiling of this high cavern and falls in between Uvacadoo and the party. And it attempts to wrap Uvacadoo in its grasp. So give me a strength check. Strength saving throw. Same thing. Uvacadoo.
Sorry.
Strength.
Saving throw.
Strength. Where's my damn strength? Oh, 0. So 13.
Add your do
Okay.
bardic inspiration.
Yep, with that as well. So what do I do for that?
Add
Roll
d6.
D6.
Add a d6.
Oh, that's gonna make the difference.
So 13 plus 5, 18.
That's a good call. It tries to wrap you, and as you feel the weirdly familiar sizzle because you've already been hit by it, you just clamber on out and move a little bit of way, and the cube kind of looks as sad as a cube can look because it tried to grab you.
It just kind of like slouches.
Yeah. But then as a bonus action, it expands itself all the way across the room. So there's no way to get around the cube. It is more of a flat wall of cube than a cube.
Aren't we all past it already though?
Nope, it is between Uvacadoo and you. It jumped.
Oh, so Nikki and Hammy are cut off.
Yep, it jumped. So we got Uvacadoo as close to the exit as he can be, and then the cube making a wall, trying to give Uvacadoo a hug, and then the two of you on the wrong side of victory.
Is it Nikki's turn, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Oh no.
And actually, quick little tip for you. You still see a hole where your arrow went through it before.
How big is the hole?
Now that it's stretched out, it's about fist sized.
That's what. Never mind.
All right. We'll edit that out.
I'm just reading about suggestion really quick. So you said it's not big enough to go through or anything. So sorry, I'm just gonna read about see if it would be suggestible.
If a slime would be suggestible?
I'm guessing it wouldn't be, but it does have to make like a wisdom save. But I am
You can
assuming
try
it has
anything.
to. But I'm assuming it has to like have some sort of,
Brain?
Creatures that can't be charmed are immune. I don't know if it can be charmed or not. I want to make a perception check, see if this creature can be charmed. I'm gonna go with no. All right,
Give me a history check because you are in the Queen's Guard. You have been in her studies in her library.
Sure, a nat 20.
Jesus. Okay. With a nat 20, you go, hey guys, it's immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, poisoned, prone, or unconscious.
Okay. Wow. I really know a lot about these things.
Yep.
I guess
Actually, with a nat 20, it's also immune to psychic damage because that'll be important for you.
Yeah, it would be. I suppose I shall shoot it with the crossbow to try to make the hole bigger, like shoot it around the hole.
Okay.
So
you're aiming like near the hole?
Yeah, and then try to position myself like near the hole where I'm shooting afterwards. So let me shoot it, see if I even hit it first.
Yeah, that's probably important.
20.
Nat 20?
No, 16 plus 4.
These dice are juiced. Yeah, that hits.
I know, I really do keep rolling high. That's not good though. Later I'm gonna start rolling low when it matters. 6 damage.
Okay. With a 6, you see a little bit like it kind of wiggles again, like the sound that metal makes, and then you see that hole begin to be about, I don't know, like child size, like a toddler could walk through it if they really needed to.
And I position myself directly in front like not direct, like a few feet away, but in front of it. The hole.
Not in damage range, but like
Yes.
close enough.
Precisely.
Okay, you know it can move, right?
I know.
Okay, cool. Like, you see this hole beginning to get wider. You see the cube begin to stretch, and you feel the walls close again.
And I think that is raccoon-sized hole right there. But not me-sized hole. So I'm going to run up with my hammer, and I'm just going to take a big swing at it. But so is the hole like
Yes, it's vertical.
low, high, just in the middle?
I'm going to say it is just in the middle, like waist height.
Just in the middle. So I'm going to just swing directly above the hole, like a foot above the hole, to make it more me-sized.
Yeah, swing to make me-sized. Do it.
Swing to make me-sized.
That's a real rule in Dungeons and Dragons. Look it up.
Oh, they got everything in this game. So I'm going to roll for... Oh, that's going to be a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. Where'd it go? Oh, 6 again.
6 will do. You see it stretch as your warhammer comes down. So you bring it down with the force of being. You said you're the youngest of 14.
Youngest of 11.
Okay, the youngest of 11.
Youngest of 12. 11 brothers. Sorry.
Okay, so just all sorts of hate and discontent, just pent up over the years of being bullied by your older brothers, and you swing and it begins to catch in the cube, and then you feel all 11 of your brothers, like an anime scene, just like put their hand on your back. Like,
push me forward.
You can do this, and you swing down, and it forms a hole that's big enough for you and Nikki to walk through. But in that action, you also see the cube. That hole was also around where the cube was trying to hold itself together. You see it split in half like a rubber band and just splat against the wall and then form 2 individual cubes of smaller size along the outsides of the room.
Ooh. All right.
And now it is the cube's turn.
So
there's 2 because the little one embedded itself in Uvacadoo's thigh. Also, you have 8 turns to live now. You see one of the cubes bounce in the same way that you saw the one do earlier to the front of the cavern and then shape itself into a big old net. Just a big, sticky, acid, icky net. And then you see the other one with... You guys are starting to catch on to this. You notice it begin to form a ball, and it aims directly at Uvacadoo with just a cannonball of slime and begins to fire. And Uvacadoo, give me a dex saving throw.
15.
That'll do. You slide out of the way as you like kind of shift into a deer and then shift out of a deer. Like if you weren't a tuned eye, you wouldn't be able to notice. And the acid falls right in front of you and forms kind of a puddle of bad that you don't want to step into. So you have a puddle in front of you, you have a net in front of you, and you have a cube behind you against the right wall that's just taking pot shots at you. Nick, what do you do?
Nick, is there a clear path to the door, would you say?
No, there's a net in the way.
Oh, there's a full, like it's covering wall to wall?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. And it's a net of jelly, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And for narrative purposes, the walls are about 25 feet apart now. Like they're starting to close in.
My goodness. I run up to the net that is in my way and try to cut through it with my rapier.
Okay.
And I roll a 9.
Yeah. You actually, instead of trying to stab at it, you like take the fencing pose and you go on guard and you try and stab through it and you just miss all of the gel. And you just take multiple stabs as you're just hitting the holes of the net, going, guys, look, I got this. Cool. Any bonus actions or Uvacadoo?
No.
Uvacadoo, time's
All right.
you.
Yep. Since I actually know what my character can do now, thank you, Logan, my brother, for finally texting me back. I'm going to cast Gilding Bolt at the net.
Gilding or guiding?
That's a great question. I can't read.
It's guiding bolt.
Guiding,
bolt?
that one.
Okay,
Guiding
I was going to
bolt.
say, I don't know what gilding bolt is, but I'm down to learn. It sounds sweet.
Didn't you? It's in Baldur's Gate. Sorry.
Oof. Baldur's Gate shade. All right. So you cast guiding bolt at the net?
Yes, at the net.
I love it.
And it's +6, 18.
When you said +6, I was like, oh, that's not going to be that bad. And then 18. Yes, that hits. How much damage?
It's 5d6.
Jesus Christmas.
6 +3, 6.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
3.
Don't. Yeah, that math's fine.
19.
So you see this little, well, not little, he's 6'1", but this slender druid wave of, we'll say, religious power flows through his arm, and you see a bolt shoot out, and it catches the cube, and you see the cube immediately go up in flames. It's supposed to be resistant to radiant damage, but it was already kind of on its last legs. So it eviscerates, destroys, whatever verb you would like to use. That net is gone, and there's just a pile of holy soot on the floor.
You love to see it.
What does Uvacadoo do after seeing that he did that?
Uvacadoo just looks at Nick and Ike, and he's just like, why didn't I do that earlier? We could have saved all of this problems. I'm sorry, guys. This one, my bad. But seriously, these walls are getting kind of tight. I'm claustrophobic, so can we get out of here?
Whose turn is it now?
Oh, I thought one of you guys would say something to him. Yeah, it's
It's not
Ike's
my
turn.
turn. I can't talk.
You can talk
On the
whenever you
way.
want.
Tally ho.
It is Ike's turn, and yeah, there's really nothing in the way. There's still the cube behind you taking pot shots.
Attention! An announcement from the king. Wait, I don't know how to read. Can someone else do this?
Hey guys, it's your Dungeon Mike. First of all, thank you so much for listening to the show. We really appreciate the support you guys have given us so far, so if you could go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with a friend. Anytime that you engage with us, it's an opportunity for us to see how much you're enjoying it. So if you want a name or an item to be used, go ahead and DM me on Twitter. It's at FFMikeCash with a K. Or just comment on the show, and we'll try to use your name or incorporate the idea that you have in a fun and interesting way. So thank you so much for enjoying it. If you want to support the show a little bit more, head over to Dubby, use code FFRPG at checkout. A little bit of the money comes back to us first and foremost, which is awesome. And there's a moth flying behind me, which means that it is scary hours outside. So I'm very sleepy. I have a newborn at home. I hope that Margot can listen to this one day and enjoy it as much as I do. So thanks for listening to the show, and let's get back to the action. We've seen our fearless adventurer Uvacadoo eviscerate a cube. We've seen Nick Elbach jump across and run across anything that got in their way. And we've seen Ike overcome the witch of technical difficulties. You have nothing in front of you other than the exit and your fellow friends, but you still have a cube behind you taking pot shots at you. What do?
Job's not done.
Can't be happy. Job's not done.
Job's not done. Hammy turns around. How far away is the cube?
It's like walking distance. You can approach it and strike it.
Hammy's feeling good.
It's against the right wall.
Hammy's taking no damage. Hammy, technically Hammy, if we just left the room immediately, he was right. He would have got, the slime would have gotten squished by the walls, We're good to go. So Hammy's going to use his walking distance, get right in front of the cube, and he's going to take a swing at him with his warhammer.
Okay.
For 9. It's not going to hit.
A 9 is not going to hit. So you swing with your warhammer and it enters the cube, and you just see the cube begin to hold onto your hammer, and the hammer begins to be sucked in. But with a 9, you are just strong enough to pull it out. And what do you say?
I say I'm going to action surge.
Ooh,
Take another swing because job's still not done.
job's not done.
Job is
You're
not
wasting
done.
your action.
All right, yeah. Hammy's gonna hit a 22.
Gee, that'll hit. That'll hit, brother.
And he's gonna do, there we go, 7 damage.
Can
Heck
you
yeah.
add bardic inspiration to damage? I'm just curious.
No,
Or no? Oh shoot. Okay.
that'd be sick though. You said 7 or 6 damage?
7.
Okay. You smack the cube and you see it almost like Super Mario style. So across the top, it begins to wiggle, and then it just like he ran into a turtle and just like and shrinks to half his size. Which, if you're using size as a health indicator, might be important. Back up to the top of the order, we have Nick with a clear line at the exit, but also watching Hand-Me-Down fight the cube alone.
And to be clear, the cube is gone, right? All of it?
It is half the size.
Oh, it's half the size. Okay. I yell out to the cube, should have laid off the jellies, big guy, and then make for the exit. And run.
All right. So you just run into the next room. I'll just go ahead and take you out of the combat order. We still have Uvacadoo, Ike, and the cube. Uvacadoo, you see her bolt past you into the exit, and Ike in hand-to-hand combat with a gelatinous cube. How does the spirit move you?
Do I leave? Do I help? Do I leave? Do I help? I'll help. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt again because I can.
We're using spell slots. We're using action surges.
I really hope Mike is generous with our long rests.
Nope.
All right. Well, knowing that, never mind. I'm committed.
Nope. Too late.
Screw it. 15.
That'll hit.
Now.
And it's 60 whatever.
8, 3, 5d6. 3, 4, 4, 1.
Did you get over a 12?
Yeah, I just hit 12 and I have one more roll.
Okay, yeah, you once again, despite the cube having resistance to it, you just shoot it with a bolt of light and it melts into a pile of soot, and you just look over at it and say,
Bye-bye, jelly boy.
all right, the walls are now closing in real time, so I'm going to just let you guys talk about what you want to do.
Guys, how about we get the out of here?
Hammy's gonna put a hand on Avocadoo's shoulder and go, "A hero never leaves a plate unpressed." And then I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Okay. All right. And with that, you have made it through my jelly puzzle. Congratulations.
Woo!
Big round of applause. As you enter the next area of the cavern, give me a perception roll, all three.
16.
21.
16.
All right. With a 21, Uvacadoo notices two, we'll call them humanoid shapes clad in steel armor that just they bring an uneasy feeling to your stomach. You notice that they are holding what looks to be something that you should care about. And as you begin to notice that, you see the full, dark, cold steel armor reflect the reflection of Prince Ash. And Nick, because of your adventures and understanding the Queen's inner circle, you notice Prince Ash, and Prince Ash wags his tail and begins to run over to you and barks a little bit, and then is pulled back by a long chain that is being held to one of members in dark cold steel. He's armed with a long silver polearm, and the one standing next to him, while he doesn't have a weapon on him, even those of you, specifically Ike, that are not attuned to feel magic, you can just feel the pulses of raw energy emitting from him despite his calm demeanor. They're wearing the patch of Shadowfell, named Work in Progress, Stinky Boys, the bad guys. An uneasy feeling rises in the pits of your stomach as you notice the bodies of 11 adventurers are piled behind them by their campfire. Despite Ash's pleas and whines and trying to get out of their grasp, he can't get any further. One notices you because the dog noticed you, and for those of you that haven't caught on yet, Prince Ash is a dog. And the one with the long polearm, he lifts his helm to reveal an unearthly pale skin and piercing blue eyes. And an unnerving a smile crosses his face. And he looks at you and he says, "So you've come to rescue the dog, have you? We were instructed to take him and to keep him here until the rest of our plan is finished."
Well, what if you didn't? And we just took that dog and went on our merry way.
I'm sorry, but that I cannot do.
Well, we are here to rescue the dog, so we're gonna rescue the dog one way or another.
I don't think that would be wise, young adventurer. As you can see, many have tried. None have succeeded.
Alas, did they bring the strongest adventurers in the land, as I have?
And my pet rat, Hank. Same name as my brother, that filthy rat.
You've brought a circus show and are you a teenager?
I get on one knee and I go, "My prince."
Ash
At your service.
Ash sits and barks at you and like holds up a paw to try and like pet you, but he's too far away to do it.
I did not know we were rescuing a dog.
That's the fun.
Nikki looks at the one who's talking and says, "Well, sir, might I challenge you to a dance battle for the dog?"
Are you expecting the knights of our king to dance for a dog?
Indeed, I am.
You got to see the way this guy dances. Incredible.
You may dance as only entertainment for us, and then you may leave.
With the dog?
No.
Then you shan't see my dance moves. Unkind.
Wow.
Sir.
What a bird. All right. So they seem very like they are locked onto you. They are watching your every move, but they have no desire to let this fella go.
So you said you're keeping him until your plan is complete. What is this plan?
Well, I suppose you're expecting me to do my evil character monologue now. And you're right.
That would be appreciated, yeah.
I will. You're welcome.
Thank you.
The king of the nation is sick, and our king wishes to claim the throne. Surely you're familiar with geopolitical standings as a man of your stature.
Of course.
We expect a power vacuum following his death. No, he has no heir. He has no expectation for someone to take the throne. And the 7 states have never gotten along. This is our chance to finally come from the mountains and take what is rightfully ours. And as he's saying that, the one next to him is beginning to glow blue.
Nikki
So-
is very offended and says, "That is rightfully the land of the queen. My queen, Queen Underwood."
Your queen will be just a serf for our lord when all is said and done. We'll make sure of it. And that's why we have your boy here. And he smacks the dog across the face.
We can't have that. Get him, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my shield on.
Oh,
Now I'm pissed.
You don't want to bust a move. Time to take the dance of death. And I put my book away and I put my shield on.
just read that from the book.
Yeah, I
Put the
had it
shield
in
on.
my hand and I put it away.
Nice. All right, cool. So you guys, this feels like you're starting to do the dance of fighting.
Yeah.
You guys want to fight these dudes?
I feel like we're committed at this point.
All right, everybody roll for initiative.
I got a 9.
15.
19.
Ooh. Do. Sorry, I have to roll 2 of these guys. It's a lot. One is going to be very good and one is going to be very bad. Who was the best?
I believe that was myself.
All right, and then who was second?
Nickelback.
15 for me.
Okay. And Polearm Boy is going to go second, and then it will be Nick, and then it will be Ike. What did you get?
A 9.
That's good order. I love that. And then it'll be Magic Boy last. So Uvacadoo. They just smacked a dog, and you're a druid. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm pissed. Sidebar. So you guys were talking about spell slots and stuff earlier. What does that mean? Can I only cast so many spells?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. So are you using D&D Beyond?
Yes.
So I don't know how many you have, but if you go to spells and then look, it'll have slots, and every time you use one, you use a slot that you get back probably at a long rest.
Perfect.
Which
So
let me go ahead
for-
and look at Perry the Pigeon.
So you have a certain number of first and second level.
Gotcha. Yeah, my brother sent me the wrong thing, so he just texted me what to do. All he said was, I get as many uses of guiding light as I have proficiency, which is +4. So I get 4 uses of guiding light, if I'm understanding that right.
I'm going to have to edit this whole
No.
thing out. No, yeah, you do. Okay, sorry. You do have Guiding Bolt. You can use it 4 times. Or you can use your second level spell slots to use it 2 more times. So you basically have 4 more uses.
Perfect. So with that being said, I'm immediately just fully pissed off and just cast Guiding Bolt at Polearm Boy.
Okay,
19.
that'll hit.
I'm just using the app for this one. Not rolling 4d6 again.
Despicable.
Calculator 4d6. 17.
17 damage?
Mhm.
I don't love that. All right. You see your bolt leave your arm as his hand finishes striking the dog, and it just catches him in the shoulder. And you see a little singe mark where it erupted, and he takes out his polearm and fully equips it and is ready to rumble. Now it's his turn. He kind of looks down at the dog that's snapping at him. He goes, "Shut up, dog," and begins to charge at you, Uvacadoo, because you just shot him with a bolt of religious energy, and takes a swing at you with his polearm. Important note: how much health do you guys have? Well, he got a nat 1, so that doesn't matter. He swings and cartoon style spins all the way in a circle and falls to the floor. So he tried to attack you, and instead is prone in front of you.
Idiot. Pole ain't gonna help you now, brother.
I can use it to stand up. Didn't think about that, did you? And now it's Nick's turn.
Nick, cast. Actually, no. Nick. Yeah. Nick is going to just shoot with a crossbow. It is a little lame. I'm sorry. 18 to hit.
Which one?
The one that is not on the ground.
Okay. You shoot at Magic Boy and it hits him. How much damage does it do?
10.
Ooh.
That was
It's a good hit.
Mhm.
It actually catches him right in the dome as he's beginning to like start pulsating blue a little bit more, and it just bounces off the top of his helm into the top of the cave mouth. But you see he's a little like dazed and confused.
And I say, and that's what happens when you hurt dogs.
It like he holds up his hands in a shrug after looking both ways, like he hasn't said or done anything. He's just been standing there glowing.
And my character, Uvacadoo, just looks at Nick just with the most respect in the world for what Nick just said. And the leaves on my suit start fluttering.
Wow, that's magical and fun. What a world of mystique. Ike, all right, you got one prone, one that just got domed. What do you do?
So which one's closer?
The one that's on the floor.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going.
And just a reminder, you have Bardic Inspiration if you'd like to use it.
I do. I'm gonna push towards the one on the floor, and I'm just gonna take a swing at him. I don't think I need Bardic for this, but we'll see.
You get advantage on it too because he's on the floor.
Oh yeah, so I don't need Bardic for this. So I'm just gonna
You can
roll
do Bardic
2
after you roll. So
yeah, I got a
roll 2, take the higher of 2.
Higher 2. All right, I got a 21.
That'll hit.
All right, I'm gonna swing down at him. I'm very angry that he hurt the royal family.
Okay. How much damage you do?
6.
Okay. So you're really, really mad, and in your anger, you just slam and hit him right on the hand. And you just hear him go, ah! And he's really not happy about that. Polearm Boy stands up and goes, for my king! And he tries to swing at Uvacadoo again. And he gets a nat 20! Who? Does that hit you?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. And he does a lot of damage. How's 13 feel? So he swings with his polearm, catches you across the chest, and even just the strike of it moves you off of your place as you just feel either a rib snap or something hit your chest that is not good.
Yeah, I got 2 health left. I am struggling.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. All right, now we have Nick.
all right, Nikki, Nickelback starts with a bonus action and cast Healing Word on Uvacadoo.
Nice.
And it is 7 health. Wow, I rolled max. 7 health.
Nice.
Back. So hopefully you're not dying. And then
I'm going to have to check these dice rolls later. It's suspicious.
that one was good. Yeah, I've been rolling pretty good. Then I suppose my best course of action. Am I near the dog? Like, can I save the dog right now? Or do I have to go past the bad guy?
You could definitely get around the bad guy and to the dog.
Okay, I would like to get around the bad guy and to the dog. Give him a little pat on the head and try to take the chains off.
Okay. Give me just a raw dex roll.
8 plus 2, so 10.
That ain't gonna do it. So you are just fiddling with the chain that is, it almost looks like it's welded around his neck. But actually give me an Arcana check while you're there.
That's not going to be good, probably. 11.
Okay. You can, with an 11, you can tell that the collar is magic. You can't tell what kind.
All right. I believe that is all I can do, correct?
Correct.
All right.
All right. Now we go over to
And then
Ike.
All
You
right.
what?
I was going to say I cheer on my team.
Nice.
Get them, boys.
So I'm going to Uvacadoo. How much health do you have right now?
9.
9. All right. And the closest guy to him is the guy off the floor now. Or is he still prone?
Yeah, you and Uvacadoo are on either side of Polearm Boy, the one that was talking crap about the king and the queen.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just take another swing at him, I guess.
Do it.
And I'm gonna get does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Do I get to use my Bardic now, or do I have to say it before?
I think you can use it now.
All right.
Right?
For future reference, I think he should be able to right now. However, for future reference, you can't ask him if it hits before. Does that makes
Oh.
sense. So you
We're
can do it
all
after
learning.
the roll. You can do it after the roll, but not before he tells you.
Oh,
Or
I
has to
see.
be before he tells you, yeah.
Okay.
Very
And
cool.
it's a D6.
D6. All right. Let me roll that real quick. I'm looking for a D6 on the D&D thing. I don't see it.
Let me just roll one for you.
Yeah, can you roll one for me?
Of course. You
Thank
got a 2. And it hits now.
17. All right. And I'm going to take a swing at
The
him.
power of finger guns compels you.
The brothers' hands are coming back.
Echoes in your head.
All of the anime hands are just on your back.
Nick
Oh,
does
yeah.
finger guns, and the brothers' hands start just magically appearing.
Yeah, so I feel my brother's fingers on my back, and I'm going to swing down for 13 damage.
Oh, mamma mia.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. You with 13 damage, you tell me how you hit him. He's not dead, but he's hit.
He's not dead. Is his back turned to me?
Yeah, sure.
And this is the one that hit the dog?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to whack him super hard in the back of the head. I'm just going to yell, PETA.
Nice. Can you give me a PETA yell? Just give me a
PETA!
perfect. All right. Now we have old Magic Boy. And he casts what we call in the showbiz frostbite, which is just it's a cute little cantrip, and he tries to make Ike a little freezy boy.
Ooh.
And he gets a nat 20.
Check your rolls over here.
Oh yeah, these
Sheesh.
are good. These are good. I'll screen share all of these next time. And Ike, this is an important question. How much health do you have?
I have 28 health.
All right, take 16 of those away.
Oh
As
my
you-
gosh.
Actually, hold up. Take 8 of those away because
All
of the poor boy's armor of resistance.
Oh snap.
So
Damn
you
it, Clutch.
feel for a moment the coldest cold you've ever felt. Like, you know, when you work in food service and you go into the freezer, just that immediate, like, oh my God, it just dropped 70 degrees. It's like that, except times 20. Like, you are just outside in Antarctica for a second. But then you feel your armor glow with a magical embrace, and it just feels like a warm, cozy little hearth. But your skin still took a little bit of damage. You have the weird clammy thing, like you were just in water for too long, and you do take a little bit of damage despite your fancy armor doing its best.
I'm going to make a mental note that I'm not immune to fire and just take that as it is.
All right. Back up to this top. We got Uvacadoo.
So are these creatures that we're fighting, are they wearing anything metal?
They both are wearing metal. Yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to start by casting Healing Word to Ike. That's a D4. 1D4.
Healing Word is 1d4 plus your level, right?
Yeah, it is.
Healing Word, 5e. A creature of your choice that you can see within range heals 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Your spellcasting ability modifier as a druid is wisdom? Let me double check that.
That's not the case for me.
Yeah. It changes depending on the class, which is really fun.
Mm.
And I should know this because I looked it up ahead of time. I have no idea what your spell modifier is.
Let me figure it out real quick.
Just add. Mine's 3. Just add like somewhere in that range, like 2 or 3 or something.
It is your wisdom modifier. Boom. Dungeon mic'd. So add your wisdom.
My base wisdom or my wisdom like plus number?
Your wisdom plus number.
So +4.
Ooh, baby.
My man.
So all of the cold feelings you feel just go away. You feel a warm summer breeze as the druid gives you a kind, healing word. What word is that, Uvacadoo?
Cheers.
I feel healed already.
Yeah, I do one of these.
Nice. For those that are listening audio only, that was a salute with 2 fingers.
Oh, good old 2-finger salute. Anyways, I'm going to follow that up by casting Heat Metal on the glowy boy.
Okay, on Cold Boy.
Yep. So 17.
That will hit.
And 2d8. So 10 fire damage.
Whew. Plus, he's a cold boy, so he doesn't take very well to being hot. So you see his armor glow with just an orange tinge for a second, and you see him get extremely uncomfortable and try to sweat, but it's not working. Can you try to sweat? I feel like that's not a thing, but he tries to sweat.
Is
Nick,
he like a dog? He just starts panting. He's like,
you see the mute magic user just panting. All right,
I
Nikki,
start laughing at that.
good.
He's
Um,
like a dog.
I would like to perceive how these 2 are looking right now. Are they looking pretty hurt? Are either of them looking hurt?
Give me a perception roll.
10.
They look like you're fighting them.
That's it.
You're definitely fighting them.
Well, that helps me not at all.
I will tell you that you did 39 damage to the polearm one. And you did 30 damage to the magic user. Which you guys should know from just doing the math.
I cast thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And I have a voice that comes from. Is there like a door behind them? Or no?
No.
Oh, there's not.
No, it is just a cavern. It is the end of the cave. These are the bad guys.
Never mind. Then they can't retreat. Okay, never mind. Forget it. I shall cast.
I mean, you have the way that you came from.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I shall cast suggestion on the one that is doing better, the one that's still standing that I hit with a crossbow last time.
Okay.
And I roll, so he needs to roll a wisdom save.
All righty.
It has to beat 13.
He got a 12.
Nice. Okay. So I make a suggestion. So if they fail, they have to do what I say. Describe to the best of the ability.
You could just tell him to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel fair.
Why didn't we know this?
Well, he failed a
before?
wisdom save, but let me see if there's anything else. Oh, it has to be worded in a way that sounds reasonable. And so asking them to like throw themselves on a spear ends the spell. And they have to do it to the best of their ability, and it continues for the entire duration. It's a concentration spell up to 8 hours, so he keeps doing what I say until I tell him to do something bad for 8 hours, I guess.
Okay, what do you tell him to do?
I tell him to take the collar off the dog.
Okay. We
Take
can
this.
work with that.
Take this collar. Free this dog, please, sir. He looks very uncomfortable.
Okay, you see him turn and begin to make his way towards the dog, but before he gets there, it's Ike's turn.
Ooh. Which one's closer to the dog? The one who just let him go?
There's the one walking towards him who is closer to him, but then there's the one directly in front of you that you have been fighting, the polearm boy.
All right, yeah. I guess I'm just going to take another swing at him again.
Just keep fighting.
Yeah, starting to think there's not much else I can do.
What's your class name again?
Fighter.
Okay, that checks.
I have one action and it says Warhammer, so I'm just going to keep using that one.
Heck yeah.
All right, we're going to take a... Oh, yeah, that is a 20, not nat.
Nice, that'll hit.
And then we're going to do... Oh, yeah, 13 damage.
Ooh, okay, that'll do. Another 13. I let you describe last time. I'll let you describe this time. What do you do to Mr. Polearm? He's still not dead.
Ooh, okay. So I'm a dueler, so I got Warhammer in my right hand. Let's get a baseball swing at him from the side, clobber him with the temple.
Okay, yeah, and you just dome him, and he takes it like a otherworldly creature would, and just kind of like creepily brings his head back to center slowly. But his head moved in a way that you can tell you're doing some damage. Next up, we have Magic Boy. So he's not allowed to do anything else other than let the dog go for his whole turn.
So the suggestion ends when he completes the task. If he is injured by like one of us, or if it is not a super reasonable thing to ask.
Okay. Yeah. So you see Mute Magic Boy run over to the dog, and he takes the collar off with ease because he's the one that put it on and imbued it with magical properties. And as you see the collar come off, you see what used to be, I didn't do a good job of describing this earlier. This is a cute little white Scotty dog wearing a prince hat, a prince's crown.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fully imagining Airbud.
Yeah.
Just a golden retriever.
That's a cute little Scotty dog. And he, as you take the collar off, or as Mr. Magic takes the collar off, you see the dog go from like wagging its tail because it's happy to see Nikki and it recognizes him, to snarling at the magic user, and the fur begins to shape into scales, and you see him grow probably 40 times the size that he already was. Even just in the growing, Nikki, you are pushed back. Give me a dex saving throw.
12.
Okay, you are pushed against the cave wall, and you take 2 damage just from the sheer force of this creature growing, and you see a giant green triceratops with the crown still on the top of its head, where Ash, the prince, just was. And Ash is now in that turn for initiative.
I shout out, "Good boy!"
Nice.
Very good boy.
And Uvacadoo. So you still have Polearm Boy in front of you. You have Magic Boy, whose suggestion has just turned off. You see the kind of like glaze over his eyes go away, and he kind of like shakes his head, looks up at this giant monstrosity, and you see a little bit of panic for what you can tell, and it's your turn.
Does this new being that is Prince Ash qualify as something that I can use my wild shape to turn into? It just says beast, and this sounds like a beast.
So I could be wrong, but I think that you can when you reach a certain level.
Let me check the wild shape rules for one moment. A practical guide for D&D 5e.
This is what we
You are able to use it at your CR level, which you are CR level 3, I think. So that would mean that you can turn into not quite a Triceratops yet.
Damn. Okay. Good to know.
But you can turn into here. I'm gonna send you this so you can just have it forever.
Thank you.
But that was a very good question and made me look some things up. So
like I said, we're all here to learn.
Hopefully the people at home appreciate that.
Did you DM that to me on Twitter?
I just sent it in the private chat.
Perfect.
Yes.
So
But
CR3.
so you can't turn into a Triceratops yet.
That's fine. I'm gonna turn into a giant scorpion.
Okay.
And it sounds like, based off of reading that.
Oh, whoa. Sorry. Hold up. What circle are you?
What is circle?
When you're a druid, you're allowed to pick one circle. And that circle is what you're allowed to be. So you are Circle of the Stars, which means, I hate to break it to you, you can turn into a 1/4 challenge rating, which means you can turn into things like a giant badger, a draft horse, axebeak.
Okay, so that's anything with 1 star on it on this list, correct? Or 1/4 you said.
Yeah, go to CR 1/4 and you can pick any of those
Gotcha.
things. Or
Gotcha.
even you can also do less. So if you wanted to be a camel for some reason or a mastiff, you could turn into a frog if the heart wants what the heart wants.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm learning. So now that I know all of that,
That's cool though. I'm going to keep track of this as you go up in level because I need to make sure that you're not an unstoppable creature at level 4.
perfect.
If you could be a Triceratops now, that would be a problem.
That would be a problem. So would a giant scorpion because I get like 2 multi actions with
Yeah.
sting,
Yeah.
2 grapple attempts plus sting on each of them.
Yep.
Things can get wild.
Yep.
All right. So what is the current layout of this battle that we're in?
Okay, real quick. We have Uvacadoo and Nick on either side of the polearm main bad guy. We have, or sorry, Uvacadoo and Ike. I keep getting Nikki and Ike mixed up. We have Nikki next to the cave wall that just got thrown into. So probably in between the 3 of you and the giant Triceratops. And then we have the giant Triceratops right next to the magic bad boy. And then probably 10 feet behind them, a campfire, some tents that they set up, and the body of 11 dead adventurers.
Perfect.
Damn.
All right. So what I think I'm going to do is cast Moonbeam in the center of the room.
Okay. I think you can cast that on somebody if you'd like to.
Oh, perfect. Then I'm going to cast that on Glowy Boy.
Okay.
1 second. 18.
Okay. It's not like a save or anything. It's just against his AC.
Believe so.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Perfect. And then 2d10.
Yeah, I'm assuming you shape it so it's like just at the edge of him.
Yes.
And it doesn't hit the
Correct.
dog.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damage is 14.
All right. That is good to know. And also, I just looked it up, and we will use this for the future, but anytime a creature is inside the beam, they roll a Constitution saving throw. And then if they fail the Constitution saving throw, then they take the damage. So lots of fun to be had there. You can also use your action on a turn to move the beam. So you can just be the light from the heavens ruining people. This is a very strong spell for 3rd level. Whoo!
Hey,
man.
My brother built my class. I'm just doing what he told me.
That is wild. And then you already used heat metal, so you've used both of your 2nd level spell slots. You are out of 2nd level spell slots.
That I am.
Big sad. All right.
Big sad.
Now we have Polearm Boy. He sees you summon a literal sky beam full of power.
It's an orbital laser if you've played Helldivers.
Yep, that it is. And he takes a swing at you and does a 16 hit.
16 does hit, unfortunately.
Okay. How much health do you have left?
9.
Well, he only got a 10.
So what does that mean?
So that means this is the fun part. Now you go unconscious and you are in death saving throws. So each turn you will roll a d20. If you get a 10 or above, that's considered a success. You live. Things are good. If you get a 9 or below, it's bad. You need 3 of one or the other. If you get 3 good, you live. If you get 3 bad, you die. One of your teammates can use an action to help you up, or somebody can cast a healing spell on you and help you up.
Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right. That's rough, brother.
Yeah. You know what?
All right.
Anything for the dogs. Do it for the dogs.
And actually, I have an important thing. Moonbeam takes concentration. Can you concentrate well when you're unconscious on the floor?
I would say probably not.
Probably not. So the moon. Okay, I want to paint this picture. He swings at you, and he just slices across your stomach, and you fall to the ground holding your innards in, and you are just on the floor as magic is trying to keep everything together. And all of the might that is taking for you to not just bleed out is now being used to do that instead of the moonbeam. So
shit.
Things are tough. Anyway, Nikki, Uvacadoo is dying on the floor. Ike is just punching this guy repeatedly, and there's a Triceratops and a magic user.
And I am against the wall.
She never had it all. 1 Prozac a day.
Husband's a CPA.
Husband's a CPA.
Fun fact, my uncle was the tour manager for them for a while.
I thought you were going to say, fun fact, my uncle's a CPA.
No. He was Bowling for Soup's tour manager for a minute.
That's very cool. Have Bowling for Soup on the pod. We can make him an NPC.
Yeah. Huh.
Or your uncle.
Is anybody like near me that looks like they're gonna attack me? Probably. Would you say?
No, you are.
I am pretty out of the fight, right?
Yeah, it's Magic Boy is pretty. He's pretty busy with the Triceratops in front of him that he's been abusing for a couple months, and then Ike and the Polearm Boy are just locked in just masculine energy. So.
Okay. I cast Vicious Mockery on the one that's standing down, the Triceratops.
Okay. What do you say to him?
And I say, who let the dogs out? and then he has to roll a wisdom save for 13.
Okay. Oh, wisdom is good for him, but he got a 3, so he takes it.
Okay, it's not a damage. It's funny.
He has the bad feeling of letting the dog out. He feels like he let the team down.
I let the dog out.
He got 3 damage.
Okay. You hear him under his breath go, "Who let the dogs out? Me."
And then,
it's the first words he's ever said.
I really wish I didn't have to use another spell slot, but Uvacadoo is dying, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word and just do first level. Well, yeah.
He's literally dead on the floor.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, let me save these spell slots while my comrade is dying.
I can heal him well for a short rest. I doubt you're gonna give us a long rest. Fine, I'll do a second, my last second level, and do Healing Word. And it's 2d4 plus 3, so it's 9. He gets 9 points of health back.
Sweet. Uvacadoo, you what do you say to him? What is your healing word? 1 word.
And I say 1 word. I was gonna say be well, but that's 2.
No, you just say be and then a little b.
Get up.
That's 2 words too. All right, so you try to say be well, but as you say be, a little magical bee fly, like just a specter flies out of your mouth, and it lands on one of the flowers on Uvacadoo's robe, and he slowly begins to. The bee sits in. It's in the flower, and it slowly melts into it, and you see this magical energy course through him. And he stands up, and he just feels recharged. Uvacadoo, what do you say?
Bloody hell. Thanks, Nick. I don't know what happened, but God, do I feel like I just got my kicked in.
All right. Now we've got Ike locked in combat with a pole arm. Let me guess what you do.
Yeah. Anyone want to guess what I'm about to do?
You can also, I will say, you're allowed to grapple, throw. Like if you have ideas, let me know.
I think Hammy has an itch right in the back of the armor he can't take off ever. And he knows that he's just never going to be able to scratch it. So he's just going to go for another swing. And he got a 21. And
That'll hit. If you say 13
9.
again, I'm checking it.
9 damage.
All right. You bonk this guy again. Where do you swing on him? Like head, chest?
So I went
back?
down and I went right. I'm just going to swing left into the other side of his temple.
You just hit him with a 3-work combo. I love it. And you dome him again, and you see the head actually like begin to like owl turn all the way around and then slowly pin all the way back. And you see him kind of crick his neck and go, it's going to take more than that.
Oh my God.
And now we have Magic Boy, who is fighting a Triceratops. So he, give me one moment, casts Magic Mouth, which is where you can implant a message on an object within range, and the message is uttered when a trigger condition is met. Instead of having a trigger condition, all it's going to do is he's going to try to impersonate the queen's voice and have her say, "Come here, boy, come here," and try and get Ash to go anywhere but here. And he gets on his essentially persuasion roll a nat 1. So he has a mouth show up somewhere else, but the mouth actually just sounds like Owen Wilson, and it just goes, "Wow, come here, wow, that's a big Triceratops, wow," and it doesn't do anything. Now we have Ash, which I need to pull up what a Triceratops can do again. He can gore, which sounds like good. But he got a 3. So he tries to basically just stab Magic Boy with his horns. And as he goes to do that, you see Magic Boy put both of his hands up and grab him on both of the horns as the nose horn is coming straight for his chest. And he just digs into the ground, is holding him, and they are just now locked in combat. Uvacadoo, you look over and see that. You stand up, you feel refreshed. Polearm Boy's right in front of you. What do you do? Oh, and importantly, you still see Nikki in the corner just like cheering you on.
Like what kind of cheer? Are we talking like cheerleader cheer? Are we talking like suddenly they have their lute again and they're playing?
Just, I don't know. Nick, are you playing a tune?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I'm whistling.
Do you have a limerick ready?
No. I have one about the queen. No. I don't have a limerick ready.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this graph. And it just holds up a graph.
I want to be a rock star.
All right, cool.
So I still have level 1 spell slots, correct?
You have 2 left, yes.
2? Perfect. I'm going to use level 1 guiding bolt on Pole Boy.
Okay, he is right in front of you, so because he is within that, you feel threatened, and it is like you take disadvantage on this, so you'll roll 2 and take the lower of 2.
Perfect. 14.
It does not hit.
Damn.
You try and hit him with another magical bolt, and you see as you like let your arm out to do the action that you've used to eviscerate slimes in the past, instead you see it just kind of send out a bunch of sparkles, and it's just like, and then like a party noise comes out. So it looks like it was a really good magician trick.
And I look around and I'm like, sorry, boys. This has never happened to me before.
Oof. All right. Next we have Polearm Boy. He's kind of tired of getting hit in the back, and he turns and takes a swing at Ike. 17. That's going to do it, right?
No, actually, my armor class is 18.
What? No.
Yeah, with my shield.
Oh, with your shield. Dad, you're. Ah!
Hammy
This is
is
the-
bulky and ready, and he's happy he kept his sleeves on.
This is the worst day of Polearm Boy's life. So he swings and he tries to hit you, and you block it with your shield and look really heroic. And then, do you have like a saying that you would read from your little handbook?
Yeah, I just look down and mutter under my breath. I'm like, tight.
Nice. All right. Now we have Nick L. Bach in the corner.
Can I do a perception to see how the enemies are doing?
Of course.
14.
The polearm one is doing worse, and he looks bloodied. The magic one is doing okay, but it clearly has his hands full, pun intended.
Is he still concentrating on whatever spell he did? The other one, probably. I'm just gonna cast.
He's concentrating on not getting mauled by a triceratops. That's the spell he's casting.
Oh, I forgot. He also gets disadvantage when I do vicious mockery. Although he didn't try to attack anybody. I'm just gonna do vicious mockery again because it's so much fun.
Okay. Who are you roasting now?
The same one that let the dog out.
All right.
Wisdom saving throw 13.
This is the one with good wisdom. He got an 18 plus 9.
Oh, drats. Okay, no jokes. The jokes slide right off. I go who, and the joke just slides right off.
Yeah, he says, "I'm rubber, you're glue."
Everyone is ignoring me, so I just pull out my lute and strum a tune and start trying to form a ballad or a limerick about the dog, and I'm mixing words together. I'm Ash and Dash and Prince and Paw Prince. Is there something there? Okay, that's my turn.
All right. That was wonderful. Polearm Boy. Yep.
Yeah, we're beefing pretty hard right now.
Is it time?
I think it's time to swing again. 20 not nat. Ready to go.
Nat 20?
No, not nat. I wish.
Okay.
And 6 damage.
Oh, you are getting close, but he's not dead.
Oh my god, man.
Let me guess, you hit him in the head. It turns around in a weird way and it turns back in a weird way. And he looks at you and goes, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, same thing. Cool. Next up, we have Magic Boy, who is intertwined with Ash. You see him. I should have looked up how to do this already. Where did it go? I'm definitely not editing this part out. Everyone can listen to me Google.
You'll love to see it.
This is the best. You see him cast Rhymes Binding Ice, where he emits a 30-foot cone of ice directly in front of him, and anyone caught in the cone is forced to perform a Constitution saving throw. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to say that cone catches, obviously, the Triceratops he has his hands on. It also catches Nick in the corner, and then it catches just the left arm of Uvacadoo. So all of you give me a Constitution saving throw.
14.
7.
You're taking damage.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Just needed to make that clear. All right. It also reduces your speed to 0, so you are unable to move. Can I just look up how much damage it does? It does 3d8.
Oh.
So you take 12 damage. So you see Freezy Boy, just a cone of cold comes out of his hands as he freezes the Triceratops in place. It catches Nick behind him by accident. And it also, Uvacadoo, what did you get?
14.
you're going to take half damage. So you get 1 moment. I need to do a new roll for you. What's half of 15?
7 and
It
a half.
rounds down usually.
7.
Yeah.
But it's just on your left arm, so I'm going to say only your left arm takes the damage. So we'll half it again, just for vibes. So you take 3 cold damage, but also we're going to maim you. Your left arm is not able to be used. This is where you're going to tell me that Uvacadoo is right-handed anyway.
Yep.
But cool. So you have frostbite on your left hand. Nick, you are frozen to the wall, like cartoon style, just
It also has 1 health.
all sorts of blue. And like there's a little bit of snot started to come out. It formed a snot sickle. And the Triceratops is frozen in place. And the magic user just like walks a little bit away to get some distance between him and the Triceratops and begins to walk towards Polearm Boy. Anyway, Uvacadoo, what do you do?
So you said that Nick is very hurt.
Nick is very hurt. You are very hurt. Ike is hurt or just fine.
I'm chilling. I got like 24 health.
Need to hit
All
you
right.
more.
So I'm going to use Healing Word on Nick.
Okay. And that will be your last spell slot.
Yep. So it's +4, right? Plus my wisdom? Yeah, so
Yep.
+4. So 6 healing.
Nice.
Oof, thank you.
All right. You see the snot sickle thaw and fall to the floor. It's still gross.
Ew. And then for my bonus action,
I think Healing Word is a bonus action.
is it? I thought it was just a spell.
Nope.
Okay, well,
You can swing at something. You can kick something. You can do a jig. Whatever you want to do.
I just make my leaves flutter.
That's your whole action.
When you say swing at something or
You can attack.
perfect, I take a one-handed swing with my scimitar at
All right.
old boy.
Give me an attack with. Let's make this canon now. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
All right. So you get a normal swing.
Nat 20.
All right. How much damage?
1d6.
Feel bad. Ike's whole thing is fighting and killing things, and Uvacadoo is the only one that has taken down an enemy ever.
Nat 6.
Nat 6, baby.
But I roast him on the way down.
All right. I have bad news. You know when you were like loosening a jar and then you hand it to somebody else and they get it on their first try?
That's basically what just happened.
That's what just happened to Uvacadoo. Tell me how you killed him.
So, can you describe the position that he is in?
Yeah, so he is back towards you in just getting his head beaten off as he's trying to swing at Ike.
So I just take my scimitar with one hand. I walk up to him and I do that cool, like, sword twirl
You
thing.
flourish a little bit?
Yeah, I'm like spinning it like, I'm having fun with this because I can tell the dude is really struggling. And then I just take one swift stab right through his spinal column at the
Oof.
top, slash down, and pull it out. And the spinal column comes out when I pull the scimitar back.
Mortality. You actually see in giant floating magical words mortality, and a skull shows up. Fatality. There it is. Cool. All right, Ike, the guy that you've been trying to fight is dead, and Magic Boy is slowly walking towards you.
Ike is just gonna sigh real deep, like, huh. And then just remind himself that he loosened the jar. He did something good. And I guess I'm gonna push at the Magic Boy and swing at him with my hammer.
All right, give me a swing.
17.
That'll hit.
All right, we get a
I hope this is going to happen again.
13 damage.
Nice. All right, tell me how you hit him, and if you tell me you just swing at him in the head, I'm going to cry.
I'm gonna hit him in the head, forehead. The whole time I've been doing like, lightsaber, like the game on the
Yeah.
VR. We're like this.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of doing like that to him.
Yep.
So now I'm just gonna go straight down, bonk him in the head with my hammer.
Okay. You hear the like Taco Bell bell go off, and it just bong, like hits him, and he's not dead, but he's not having a great time. And then you see Ash is frozen. So it's going to take him a whole turn to just unfreeze, and we're back up to the top with Uvacadoo.
All
You meant
right.
Nick. Did you mean Nick?
No, Ash. Ash is also frozen.
Oh, okay.
There's other people.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep. I noticed the jars keep getting loose, and I'm gonna keep trying to be the one to open them because it's just kind of my thing at this point. So I'm gonna take a swing with my scimitar.
Okay.
16.
That'll hit.
Perfect. 5.
Okay. It doesn't kill, but tell me what you did to him.
So I noticed that he was a little bit stunned by that, and he's kind of wobbling a little bit. So I just take this opportunity to go directly for one of his legs, and I'm just trying to just full blown chop off an ACL.
Okay.
So I just take a swing right at his knee with the scimitar. Again, one-handed, but think of like a one-handed baseball swing, and it's basically just like a swift upward cut from left or from right to left on his left knee.
Nice. It definitely jacks him up a little bit. He is unhappy. Nick, you are frozen to the wall and then unfrozen because they healed you a little bit. So what would you like to do?
So I can take an action?
After being unfrozen, you are... Nope. All right, cool. Enjoy your turn. I can return.
All right. He's still right in front of me, right?
Yes, he is.
All
Time
right.
for the show.
Time for the big show. 19 to hit.
Whoa, what are you doing? I have no idea.
Oh, I'm hitting him with my hammer.
Where?
Right in the chest this time. We're done with the head. Hasn't been working at all yet. We're gonna hit him in the chest.
All right.
So 19 to hit, and then 12 damage.
You kill him. Tell me how you kill him.
Kill him? All right. So after getting all my thunder stolen by Mr. Dockadoo, I'm gonna lift my hammer high above my head, and I'm swing down right at his chest. And on the way down, I'm gonna scream the name of my brothers because I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now. I'm gonna go. This is for Luke, Jake, Blake, Drake, Mike, Duke, Lake, Burke, Clark, Blake, Mike, and Ike. Or that's me. And I swing down and I hit him in the center of the chest, and he dies. Right?
Yeah, he's dead.
So I just want everything to go flying out the back of him and like.
Okay. Yeah. You see the entire dude just shatter in a crispy, icy, satisfying hit. And you guys have successfully freed Ash the Prince. And you see this giant hulking Triceratops shapeshift back into a cute little, what do I call him, a Scotty dog?
Yep.
So he's a little white Scotty, still wearing his prince crown as he is rightfully earned. And he comes up to you and he gives each of you loving little licks and pants and tag. His tail is wagging. You have successfully saved the day. What do you guys do?
Is a long rest out of the equation.
You just want to nap in the back of the cave?
There's
we should
tents.
probably leave.
There are tents.
First of all, I approach good boy Prince Ash, and I give him the biggest pet, and then I pull out my lute, and I start leading the way out. And I say, "Are we ready to leave, boys?"
I'm outline the bad guys' bodies in chalk.
Actually, we should search the bodies first. So actually,
we should rummage through their stuff.
We search the bodies first.
Okay. Well, before you guys are able to rummage through the bodies, we have run up on time. We will go through the bodies. We will go through the long rest. We will do the healing and the framing for the rest of this adventure as our star-crossed fighters have found themselves in the back of Cliche Cave. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys had a
Wait.
lovely time.
Can we end on the limerick I wrote for the dog?
Why? It's encouraged.
Okay.
We have to at this
I
point.
just wrote this.
What if I said no? Was I just going to edit that out?
Well, you still could edit it out. It might not be good. Nikki Boy turns to the dog.
Wait,
and
strum the
says,
ukulele while you do it.
He says, there once was a very good boy, a big red ball, his favorite toy. When he wags his tail, he never does fail to spread far and wide his joy. How's that? Should I do it again? That was pretty bad.
Prince Ash is saved.
We are the knights of the appropriately shaped table.